What happened to you after your first initiation?
Oh, that was very exciting. I had to go upstairs and up to Wanya's house, and I had to sit like this, and she gave me the initiation, and then we went downstairs, and the other two people in my class went up and had their initiation. And at the end she came down, she said, "Now you have Reiki, you can go home and practice." I went, "What do you mean? What do I now have Reiki?" "Yeah," she says, "everyone has Reiki now, you just go home and practice. You know, practice on your kids and your husband and your animals, your cats and dogs and your plants, and just go home and practice." So I went home. It was about 11:30 when I got home, of course. Husband in bed, kids in bed, dog sleeping, cat sleeping. What am I going to do now? And I walked into our bedroom, and I saw a plant, and it was a Ficus benjamina, you know, it was one of those wonderful tropical plants that don't do well after moving. And so we had moved a few months before, and it was like 10 leaves at the top and nothing else. So I thought, well, she said plants, so I put my hands on the pot. It was sitting on the table, and I put my hands on the pot, and within a few seconds I could feel whatever was going on back here behind in my neck hair standing up, and my hands began to vibrate really strongly. This is a bit of an exaggeration, but I could feel the vibration on the pot where the soil was. And within, I don't know, 5 minutes or so, it stopped. And I thought, well, I guess that's it. And I went to bed and gave myself Reiki treatment. The next morning, I got up, and I was very curious at this plant. And I looked at the plant, and the whole plant had little tiny green shoots. And within 3 days, that whole plant was totally renewed with leaves. That was my first Reiki experience, and I was amazed. And that night, I went to Wanya in the class, and I said, "What did you do yesterday?" Like, zzz, and plants and energy, and, "Oh yeah," she said, "that's Reiki, and it works." Well, did it ever? It certainly did work to that plant at the moment. It was amazing to me.